What is going on YouTube? Today I have an awesome video for you guys. I have the SOUNDPEATS Audio Clip 1s. Now these are going to be a very interesting set of earbuds for me because this is the first time I'm trying out an earring style earbud. And if you don't know what that means, I'll show you here in a second. So before I dive in and get all nerdy with these buds, let me kind of look around the boxage here. So you have some 12mm dual magnetic drivers, 40 hours of playtime, self-adaptive left-right audio channels. Oh man, that's a lot of mumbo jumbo there. You guys can pause and take a look if you would like. Hear the difference? Very clean, minimal. Well, let's dive right in. Now while I'm opening this up, I would like to say that SOUNDPEATS sent this to me for review, but all the thoughts and opinions you are about to hear are my own. Very tight white box. Okay, looks like we have some documentation here. Is that oh, okay, there's a pull tab here. Ooh, looks like some colorful goodies. A user guide. Let's take a look really quickly. Okay, charging contacts. Little pairing button. Yeah. We will figure this out together here in a moment. I do not have the mental capacity to sit down and read this all. Oh, that looks interesting. So 20% less than red light, 20 to 69, giggity, yellow, 70 to 99, green, 100% full green, and alright, nice. Oh man, there is a lot of clickety-clacketiness for button controls. I will leave this in frame here if you guys want to take a look at it. Alright, moving on. Okay. Register your product for the following benefits. Gonna check out that app as well. Fire. Look at Apple, take notes. You took out the Apple stickers while others are putting in panda stickers, doing some wild stuff. That is 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 presentation for that alone. Panda stickers. Get on it. Right, that's all that is in there. Let's check these out. Before I do that, seems like that is all you get in the... Oh, nope, there we go. A USB cable. So a little USB-A to USB-C. Just throw that back in there because, look, I have a million USB-C cables. I'm not really too concerned about an extra one. But it is nice that they included it. See what we got here. Okay. Right off the bat, I love like the blue metallic color of this case. You got an S there, like a Superman one almost for SOUNDPEATS. You have a little pairing button. USB Type-C. Ooh, and here are your little earring buds. You have your green light there on the front. Let's test the pairing process. Alright, this is why you read instructions. First time pairing, take out the both earbuds and remove the protective film from each one. Alright. I am Boo Boo the Fool. Remove. Remove. Alright. Alright, then place them back into the charging case. This step activates the new device. Alright. Open the charging case and Bluetooth earbuds will want to pair. Let's pair that. Alright. Nice and paired. How do you force pair? Place the earbuds in the charging case, open the lid, press and hold the button on the charging case for 2 seconds. When the case's indicator light flashes white continuously, the earbuds will enter pairing mode. Okay, easy peasy. So this does function as both a battery indicator button and a pairing button. So before I download the app and see what that's about, let's do an initial test of how these sound. The whole earring thing of it is insane. You could like not even tell they're on your ears. Let me get this little ear hold test gun, putting that right behind my ear. As you can see, and they're very nice. The little buttons back here. Oh man, that got me a little dizzy. Oh man. Yeah, it's these things stay in your ear very nicely. Okay, this song is a song I always use to test my earbuds out. Playing God by Polyphia. So without the app or anything, first listen to, I'm gonna give you my thoughts. So right off the bat, I gotta say these things sound very, very good. They are lacking in bass, which I think is just what happens when you have open earbuds. Like you're only going to get bass if you have silicone tips that completely seal in the noise. But as far as like the sound separation and everything is very solid, and most importantly, due to the form factor, nothing is going in your ear. And these earring things are insane. So let me download the app, test these out for a little bit, and then I'll give you guys a more in-depth view of these earbuds. No, catch you in a second. Alright, so now I'm going to show you guys the app for the Clip1s. So I do find it a little odd that it looks like there's multiple apps. This Peats Audio is the app to get. One thing that is a little concerning is that 2.0 star rating. So I just downloaded it. Let's see what it's all about. Alright, right off the gate, you gotta make a password and stuff. Alright, so you do have to put in your email address to make an account for the app. Right out of the gate, that's going to be a knock for me. Let's see if it notices that I have the Clip1s in my ears right now. Okay, so as you can see, Clip1s are there. Find earbuds. Also has like a Find My feature. I don't know if you could really read that because of the white text, but says dual location assistance with map and ringtone. Easily find your earbuds using the combined power of map tracking and ringtone alerts, ensuring you never miss a beat. I'm gonna nope out of that, but that's pretty cool that it has like a Find My feature. Shows you the battery of the left and right bud. Alright, so you have Dolby Audio. Let's click that on. Oh, music mode and movie mode. Not sure what those differences are. You can disable all touch controls. Game mode is going to give you... Ooh, it said game mode in my ears. That's pretty neat. I'm pretty sure that's going to take it it talked in my ear saying game mode was off when I turned it off. These do have in-ear detection, so if you take them out of your ears, and that will pause the music. Dual device connection, that's a pretty neat feature. Dynamic EQ, customized touch controls. So double click on the left ears, play pause. Double click on the right ears, play pause. Triple click, previous track on the left, and on the right, next track. Alright, let's see what this little doohickey is. So we have an adaptive EQ. Put on the earbuds, test in a quiet environment, stop playing any audio. During the test, different frequencies of sound will be played. Click I heard it when you hear the sound. No action is needed. Please close any music. 3-minute test. Okay, so this is my audio test. It was almost like if I could put it into words to explain it. When you have an audiogram and you hear very faint little things, whenever you hear it, you push the thing, and I guess this is my EQ. So let's try that out. I love this song. So very neat feature. Looks like you could also add any kind of EQ preset that you'd want and switch between them. That is definitely very nice. Let's see if I could hear the differences. This is kind of like what I enjoy. Okay, so it looks like the EQ here is actually fairly responsive. And you kind of have just like settings and different, oh, you can't swipe back. And just different like contact us and feedback and all that good stuff. Current are unavailable, please, I don't. So 2 stars I feel like is a little rough for the rating of this. It seems like everything works perfectly fine. I'd say the only kind of intrusive thing is making an email and signing up and giving away your location. It's not, my cup of tea per se, but overall, really great functionality for the application. So now I'd like to go into some of the specifications of these bad boys. They got 12mm dual dynamic drivers with titanium PVD for coating, deep punchy bass, dynamic EQ, adjustable EQ. It does have ALDAC and high-res audio, which essentially means if you have an Android phone, fortunately iPhones just have SBC and AAC for now. If you have an Android phone and you pair these up, you will get that higher resolution audio, that higher bit rate and whatnot. Each one of these buds is only 5 grams, which is pretty nice. I've never had an earring bud style like this, but I gotta say, once they clip in your ears, you cannot even notice that they're there. And if you're running and jumping around and whatnot, these stay in surprisingly well, like shockingly well. And they also have a IPX, I think it's 5 dust and water resistance, so these just get splashed on in rain or in sweaty and all that good stuff without any kind of problem. It says that these also have auto sense technology, which essentially means whichever ear you put these in, because there's nothing that really differentiates them from one another. Even when you put them in the case, you can't really tell which is which, but apparently they can tell left from right once they go into your ear holes, which is a pretty neat feature. Charging these buds in the case for 10 minutes will give you approximately 2 hours of playback time. with the buds themselves, you have a total of 8 hours of playback time, and the charging case gives you 40 hours in total. Now, I have to say, just because, oh geez, just because wireless chargers are all over my house, that it is a little upsetting that the case does not have wireless charging functionality. And what is kind of amazes me is how many features are packed into these things. But I think where costs may have been cut is the case. Now, it looks pretty nice. It's not too big, especially for the form factor of these buds, but no wireless charging, and the plastic is very plasticky feeling. I don't know if you kind of catch my drift. Now the case is very light in turn, so that could be a plus if you are pocketing these, but the case itself does not feel too premium in my opinion. But these things feel crazy premium for the price, especially, which I think these are like 80 or 90 bucks. So as far as premiumicity or premiumosity, whatever, how premium they are, the buds themselves, very, very premium. I think this is where some of those dollar dues are being saved. Just to kind of go around the buds and show you guys what everything is, these are the touch pads for your control. So it'll be behind your ear and you give these a touch to activate those touch controls. This little circle is where the sound comes out, and I have noticed at first I put these in, the sound for the bass was not really all that present, which I kind of suspected or expected, because these are open ear headphones. But if you angle the dangle of that circle into your ear hole just the right way, and you kind of get used to putting it in that way, the sound quality is immensely heightened or better. So once you get used to putting these things in and angling that into your ear the correct way, sound quality is very, very good for open ear headphones. And this is coming from someone who prefers, in-ear earbuds. These sound very, very good. Now, these do have microphones, so you can use these for calls and whatnot. And with these being 8 hours of battery life, you could have these on your ears all day, take phone calls, do whatever you have to do, listen to podcasts, and not get any ear fatigue, because these are not in your ears and they're so light that you kind of forget you're wearing them, which is very awesome for their intended use case, which I would think is like walking around the house, trolling, sitting at your desk, listening to podcasts, or even taking these out for a run, because these are not like blocking off your hearing. You could actually get a good idea of your surroundings around you as long as you're not completely blasting music. So now that I've gone over the main features of these buds, what do I feel about the sound? Well, first and foremost, I kind of have to say one thing, and this is my biased opinion. I think when you are dealing with open style earbuds like these, the sound quality is not going to be up to snuff with something that injects into your ear canal and creates, a good real seal. And the reasoning for that is because when it's sitting on your ear, like so, the sound can kind of escape. So you kind of lose some of the tonality of earbuds. But I think that's just kind of what you trade off for when you get the immense comfort. Because no matter how comfortable some in-ear buds are, my IEMs, whatever tips I use, after maybe a couple hours on a long flight or something, it can get somewhat fatiguing. And that just does not happen with these. You could wear them as long as you would like, and they just feel, as comfortable as if you just put them on. The sound, though, is very good for open ear earbuds. Now, I have tried a few, and this little ball mechanism here, the way that it kind of you can almost make it seal off your ear a little bit. Like the sound is very concentrated into your ear holes. You have very clear details in some of the highs. The lows, understandably, are not, these aren't going to rumble your ears with bass or anything, but the bass is present. And I think if you're listening to music, it's going to be enjoyable. Podcasts, A1, no problem there whatsoever. Audiobooks as well. I really think that these are going to be a very great, like all day, just use while you're working or what have you kind of earbud. Well, you guys, that was my nice and simple review of the SOUNDPEATS Clip1s. If you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like, sub, and comment. They go a long way in supporting the channel. And yeah, other than that, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later.